Hello everyone, this is Shrihan Mursi and welcome to the first episode in the Critical Thinking series, an overview about how to use critical thinking in teaching skills. So, what is really meant by critical thinking? Critical thinking really means careful or deep thinking. It doesn't mean you need to criticize or being negative at something. Critical thinkers step outside themselves to form judgment. Critical thinkers can distinguish between knowing and guessing. And the main target to critical thinkers is to get closer to the truth. The very first idea about critical thinking was discovered and discussed by Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy had many different versions, which divided the levels of thinking as follows, starting with the remembering and ended by creating and synthesizing. So now, what are the steps and the sequences which we can have for critical thinking in our class? The first one is observing. Observing, looking at something like a picture, like a visual, like a piece of text. Then you ask some questions about this picture or text that leads to the second step, which is understanding. And this leads to the next step, which is analyzing, by asking more questions which are very specific about the picture or the visual. Finally, we try to synthesize or create new observations and new ideas where students can compare what they saw or read to what they know or to another level of knowledge. So let's get into more details with each step. The first step is observing. You ask your students to put on their super eyeglasses and look twice, where you can find many different details. You tell your students that you are detectives now and you are trying to solve a mystery. So you can ask them about what's going on. What are the details that you can see? And try to elicit from them as more information as you can in order to let them observe as much as they can. Then we move to understanding. You dig deeper and ask students questions about aspects which are not easily understood by just looking. They need to understand, and you have to respect what they know and what they don't know. For example, here, if you see this photo, people are looking above, but we don't know what they are looking at. So try to elicit from them as much as you can different ideas, different information about every one of them is looking at, and you will be amazed by their answers. Then we move to analyzing. And when it comes to analyzing, we have to break the photo for vocab or grammar practice into the following areas. Number 1, time. When is this happening? Number 2, location. Where does it take place? Number 3, people. Who are these people? What do you think they are doing? And number 4, objects. What are they doing? What are the objects that you can see in the picture? Number 5, activities. What's going on? As much as you analyze these steps, this will lead you to creation or synthesis or synthesizing of a new step. Guiding your students to make connection between 2 or more pictures, between 2 or more texts. They begin to spot similarities and differences, and they begin to make connections between multiple photos. Let's take it to the class now. Here, I want you to have a look on this picture. And the very first thing you are going to do is observe. What do you see in the picture? Ask your students to describe what objects they see on the table, the clothes the people are wearing, the types of food they are eating. So here in the observe step, we are looking deeper. We are looking twice. We are putting on our super eyeglasses to see the details and to observe more details in the picture. Then you move with your students to, who are these people? What do you think? Are they the same family? Are they 3 generations? They can spot mom and dad. They can spot grandmother and grandfather. They are sitting. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they enjoying themselves? Eliciting the different answers from your students will help them to understand more and will help them to think more about the picture. Then we move to analyzing. Do you know anything about the picture? Using words like probably or might be are very important in critical thinking indicators. Here you are going to know anything about this picture. They will guess, maybe in the restaurant, maybe they are having a trip, maybe they are paying a welcome party, maybe they are paying a farewell party. They will try to analyze the information that they see in the picture. And then this leads us to the step of synthesizing. Now you can show them another photo about another family and they compare between the 2 pictures. How are the 2 photos different from each other? The very first one, the family is happy, they are enjoying themselves, they are living happily. And the second picture doesn't seem so. The girl is crying, the father and mother are fighting, and they are not happy. So here they can spot the difference and make connection and create more ideas about getting the differences between these 2 pictures. So here is a very short assessment you can make in class. Each student can select a picture and then students lead a class discussion about their photos, and this is the analyzing step. Students write a brief report about their photo explaining what they just know just by looking at it, and make sure that students include a copy of their photo so the teacher refers to. Thank you.